and welcome to another Kidlit Lunch Critique. I'm super excited to share a new story with you. Today we have Susan's story, Just Be Normal Patrick. Awesome. So this is a story that we have seen before. So Susan is curious how she did with the rewrite. So let's check it out. Why can't you just be normal, Patrick? Puffins don't sunbathe. We embrace the cold, said Patrick's friend Paul. He's right. I'm not a normal puffin. Puffins are supposed to love living on rocky coasts and swimming in frigid waters. Blah. So ordinary. I want to go to the beach, build a sandcastle, or splash in the ocean. I don't mind the cold, but I love to feel the warm sun on my feathers. I prefer sandy beaches and dry land to clunky rocks and chilly waters. I'm going to live right on the beach of Miami one day, I tell Paul, but he doesn't understand. Don't be ridiculous. Puffins don't live in Florida. How will you survive without a colony, said Paul. No one believes me, but I have bigger dreams than being ordinary. Awesome. So I think this is such a cool story. And I know that you've done an extensive amount of rework on this because when we first read it, it was a little bit confusing about what the goal was. So you've done a great job with that. Awesome job taking the feedback and working with it. And so I'm going to stop there just because I want to see this more in a current moment. So guys, remember when we're writing a picture book that we want it to be actionable. We need it to be on the page. Right now, we're all up in Patrick's head. And so when you go to illustrate that, it's not as easy as when you have physical actions. We need to ground the reader into the actual story and put them shoulder to shoulder with Patrick. So I'm going to do a little bit of a line edit, a little bit of a rewrite for you to kind of show you what I mean. Okay, so instead of saying, why can't you just be normal, Patrick, Puffins? I don't love when stories start out right away with dialogue. It's very hard to get used to who are these characters and where are we, where's the setting, all that kind of stuff. So I'd like for you to ground us in. If this is a novel, you have a little bit more room, so you could start with some dialogue and then go in. But with a picture book, it's just a little harder unless it really does matter, and I don't really think it's needed right here. So Patrick's not a normal puffin. Puffins are supposed to be living on rocky coasts and swimming in frigid waters. Blah, so ordinary. Okay, so bring us into a specific moment in time when we meet Patrick. So we are going to take this same example here with all of our things that we have. So rocky coast, frigid waters, beach, sandcastle, splash in the ocean, right? So you could say like, Patrick stared out at the frigid water. Maybe I should spell Patrick correctly, huh? He smushed the snow to try to make a sandcastle, but it crumbled. He tried to sunbathe on the icy ledge, but his feathers froze. Patrick wanted to move. Patrick wanted to move. So you see how that is a little bit different? I'm going to click out of it so you can see that in green versus in the black. So I wrote this literally right now. Is it perfect? No. But the goal here is to kind of show you what I'm trying to say when I'm saying bring them into the action and make it an active sentence as opposed to being all up in his brain and telling us what he's thinking and what he's feeling. Bringing it into a visible action. So instead of saying, he's right, I'm not a normal puffin. Puffins are supposed to live on rocky coasts, swim in the frigid waters. I want to go to the beach, build a sandcastle, all these things, right? Like you're telling us what to think and how to feel. Show us this as Patrick. Patrick stared out at the frigid water. He smushed the snow to try to make a sandcastle, but it crumbled. He tried to sunbathe on the icy ledge, but his feathers froze. Patrick needed to move. And then you could have an illustration of him looking at the globe or looking at the map or Googling. And you see how it's just a little bit more fun and a little bit more active, Susan? So I want you to try that with your story because I think you have all of the elements here and I think you have all of the parts. Now it's just making it more picture book friendly, making it more picture book of voice. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope that makes sense. Keep me posted on your progress. Look forward to seeing your next draft. And remember, if you guys would like me to review your story, you can use the link below in the description to enter your submission as well.